I get called fat all the time online, not in person, luckily. I think that I'm generally a pretty nice guy, and so people aren't mean to me in person, but online, people just go crazy. In my comments here on YouTube, in other people's videos on YouTube that I'm in, they're not even my videos, people feel the need to call me fat on there. And it doesn't really bother me. I don't get offended. I know that I'm overweight. It's my choice. It's not something that I don't have control over. But regardless, that is not why I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight because I want to ride a specific ride at Universal that I can't ride right now because I'm too big. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about my plan for losing enough weight so that I am small enough to ride that ride when I go down to Universal on vacation with my family 2 months from now. As I mentioned, I know that I'm overweight. I know it. I'm the one who is eating pizza all the time and drinking beer because I love it. I know that I'm overweight, but I'm also a pretty active person. I live in New York City where I have to walk to the train or I walk to my destinations all the time. I'm not constantly sitting in a car and that kind of stuff, but I also don't go to the gym that often. Again, these are all things that are choices that I make. I'm the one who has decided to live in the body that I live in, and I'm not that mad about it. But when an opportunity comes up and I'm prevented from doing said thing that I really want to do because of my size, then I get motivated to get into better shape or to become smaller. Previously, if you guys have been watching this channel for a very long time, I decided to treat myself for my 1 year of vlogging and my 100th vlog, which was way back in, oh gosh, it was 2015 maybe? I decided that I was gonna go skydiving. But the thing is, when you go skydiving, there are weight limits. I don't know why, I guess it's the harnesses or whatever. No one was gonna be flexible, so it didn't matter why. So I decided I needed to lose the weight. And under the supervision of a professional, I safely lost 60 pounds, 50 or 60 pounds in 60 days in order to go skydiving. And I went skydiving, it was awesome. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life so far. If you want to check out that video, you can do so up here. Highly recommend it. But after that, I kept the weight off for a little bit, and then I went up again. Losing that much weight and keeping it off is a very, very difficult thing. For me, losing the weight was not a problem. It was 2 months of eating unlike I normally eat and exercising more often than I normally would. But other than that, it was fine. But keeping the weight off would have required me to completely change my life and completely change my habits, all of them, not just temporarily, but permanently. And it wasn't something that I was willing to do at the time. And to be honest, I don't know that it's something I'm willing to do now. Maybe a few things I'm willing to tweak here and there, but I'm not willing to completely change my life just to be smaller, be skinnier. I'll change some stuff to be healthier, and that will allow me to do more things, but not just so I can be smaller and so I can look a certain way. Again, those things aren't as important to me as they are to other people. All that being said, this past weekend I went down to Orlando for a friend's wedding. My good friend Joey, he's the one who actually helped me move up to New York City after I lived in Orlando for a little bit. He was getting married, and so I definitely wanted to go down. But I also wanted to spend some time with other friends in Orlando that I have that I don't get to see that often. One of those friends was one of my really good friends, my college roommate, Brandon, who happened to have an extra ticket to Universal. And there had been a lot of stuff that had opened that was brand new that I hadn't seen at Universal since I left. And so I was like, yes, let's go. Well, the first ride we tried to ride, which was the Hulk roller coaster, which I've been on plenty of times, but they've since redone it. I got in the test seat in the front because I knew I was bigger than I had been last time I was there. And lo and behold, it wouldn't close all the way. So I said, okay, that's fine. I can't ride this roller coaster. There's plenty of other stuff. We rode a few other rides, rode the new King Kong ride and a few other things. And then we decided to go to the new Harry Potter section, Diagon Alley, which is something I had not seen before. And let me tell you, it is amazing. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you have to go. You have to. It just takes you to that world, and I loved it. So when time came to get on the Gringott's ride, the Gringott's Bank ride, which is sort of a roller coaster style ride, I again needed to check to see if I could fit. So we went over to the chair where you test to see if you'll fit, if you're too big or you're too small. And again, I was too big. To be fair, this one had an extra padding section for your shins to hold you into place, and even that was a little bit tough. So I imagine for taller people, the ride is not suitable either. But it made me motivated. I wasn't upset, I wasn't depressed or sad that I couldn't fit. No problem. But I was motivated because I knew that 2 months from then, which is about 2 months from now, I'm going back to Universal with my family. With my mom, my sister, my niece, and my sister's boyfriend and his son. And my niece has never been to Universal. She's a massive Harry Potter fan, just like me, and she's never been there. And so I said, this is a great opportunity. I've got 2 months, I've got plenty of time to lose weight, to lose some size, more importantly. And then I'll get to ride this ride for the first time with her. I'll get to experience it for the first time with her. And that is why I'm losing this weight. Again, the size rather. My weight is unimportant to me at this point, but my size is what matters. If I can slim down a little bit, I will be able to fit into these chairs with these harnesses. So that's my goal. Why do you care? How does this affect you? Well, in all reality, it doesn't. I'm sharing this on here for a little bit of accountability, but also because I'm going to be posting a video once a week giving you my progress updates. Don't worry, I'm not going to be sharing naked pictures of myself, but just to talk about what I've been doing, how it's been going, and whether I've been feeling motivated or not, maybe sharing some tips with all of you. So if you're interested in following along on this journey to see how I do and to ultimately see if I can get myself small enough to fit on these rides, then please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you'll see when these videos come out. Again, once a week, every week until I go at the end of May back to Universal. I think this is going to be an exciting journey, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. I hope that you're excited as well. I've gotten closer to the camera because this next part is important. I need you to hear it and I need you to understand it. The first thing is that this video is not me fishing for compliments. You don't need to tell me that I look great as I am or blah, blah, blah. I know that. But really, I'm comfortable with myself and I'm confident, so you don't have to tell me that I don't need to lose weight because I'm beautiful as I am or that kind of stuff, because it's not helpful to any of this. On the flip side of that, if you're just going to comment something mean about me or just people who are larger in general, please don't. It's not helpful to anybody at all. If you have insecurities about yourself, talk to friends if you want to comment about that and be vulnerable. I'm happy to talk about that in the comments and give some motivation and some tips and that kind of stuff, but don't comment mean stuff. I don't care. You're not offending me, so what's the point? And then thirdly, the last thing is, this is not me soliciting for advice. I have all of the information and all of the tools needed to lose the size that I need to safely. So don't feel the need to share advice with me. If you want to share advice for other people, feel free to do that. Just make sure that you're being safe and you're being kind with it. And if you want to share recipes for healthy foods and that kind of stuff, share them down in the comments as well. So I'm curious whether this journey is actually interesting to you all or not. So I've put a poll up here in the corner just for my own information on whether this is interesting, whether this is beneficial, whether you're curious about all this or not. Feel free to share yes or no, answer the question up there. I won't be offended if you say no, that this isn't interesting, that's fine. But take the poll, let me know, let others know as well. And that's all. I've talked for long enough. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you can see the video next week when I update you on how I'm doing. All right. Don't forget to create and explore, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.